Welcome back to this playthrough for Fallout New Vegas. And I did a little bit of, I guess you'd say challenge farming or something. I'm not exactly sure what you would call it. But I did get a new achievement in the fact that I went out and the Black Rock Cave, they're fairly close to Novak, has a bunch of, has 3 super mutants that respawn every few days or so. So I went in there. I only had 3 more to kill. So I went in there with that gun and killed them. And then basically, because this is the 3rd 2-star challenge I did for the Gunrunners arsenal, I got that achievement. So now all I really have to do is the 3 3-star challenges, and that's going to be a little more difficult. But I do have a hunting rifle with me here because basically we may be able to run across a named Legion person in this quest, theoretically. Let's put that to the test. Oh, I guess I should point out that I am at Camp McCarran inside the terminal currently. I guess we go this way. It wants me to talk to Captain Curtis. There he is.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis. Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. Our last lead went cold weeks ago. You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd, or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor. Well, I'll leave that to you. But I would recommend Lieutenant Boyd and Sergeant Contreras as 2 people who usually know what's going on around here. Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit. Later.
Computer doesn't seem to be working, sir. Okay. Well, let's go this direction for starters. I don't know what it is about my timing, but I always seem to come or arrive at Camp McCarran when it's nighttime, like every single time. Maybe this is bad luck or coincidence, who knows? Let's try going upstairs.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed.
Oh yeah, that's one person I'm supposed to talk to as well. I'll deal with Boyd later. He can't possibly be the leaker. He doesn't have a name.
Farber's doing the best with what he's got. But man, I could go for a nice cut of Brahmin steak.
Sounds like we're running prim now. I'd still rather take my leave at the Strip.
Yeah, it's closer too. Technically.
Did the Colonel send you? I was hoping he might have changed his mind. I know. I've been crying. Stupid. I'm supposed to be a soldier. My husband, he's a ranger, and he got murdered by a pack of fiends. Goddamn savages laid his body out to rot. Brass won't say it to me straight, but they mean to leave Esteban out there. I can see that plain. Colonel says he can't spare the men to bring Esteban back home. And the fiends, they put all kinds of mines and traps around his body. Snipers, too. Mister, I'd about given up hope. But you've got to be careful. I don't want anybody else dying on my account. Esteban's body is laid out between some of the buildings, east of the Repcon headquarters. At least that's what his squad mates said. There's an NCR position just north of there. It's on the way. They should be able to tell you what the situation is.
Well, I have killed myself many a fiend. I'm not really too worried about them. I'd be more worried about the freaking Legion Assassin Squad coming after me. That seems to be what happens to me quite a bit. Where is this Contreras? He's way over here. There's a door there.
You look like someone in need of a reliable supplier. Take your pick.
Oh, he's got a lot of 308 rounds.
Another satisfied customer. You mean other than some stranger with no military ID interrogating me inside our base? Did Boyd put you up to this? I'm so sick of this harassment. You tell her to stop wasting my time with this bullshit. No, I haven't seen anything suspicious. It's been business as usual. Are you implying I have some kind of secret under-the-table stash I only offer to certain clients? Because that could get a man in trouble. Now you're talking my language. I do have an expanded inventory for people I can trust. If you're willing to do a little legwork for me, I could give you access to my stash, and at a discount. Many of these items aren't available in the NCR, and you'll be hard-pressed to find them at a better price anywhere else. Well, I can't exactly go wandering off the base whenever I want, you know. They're already suspicious. I can hear the MPs now. Gee, Contreras, I didn't know you had so many friends in the gun runners. Speaking of which, guess your first stop. You're just passing a little note to a man named Isaac for me. I want to know which girl he likes. Great, let me know what he says. They're almost a straight shot north from here, up past the sharecroppers. Later.
He didn't tell me jack about the current quest I'm on. Why was he even an option? All he did was give me another quest. This place is so weird. It's like They like me, but if I open up a garbage can and take something out, all of a sudden I've stolen from them.
Here to meet with the brass?
Not particularly, no.
First recon's at Camp Forlorn Hope. Now we've got a chance to hold it.
We'll save the game here because this could be a couple of things going on, theoretically. Oh. Dang door.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place? Not big on reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it? It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu has me handling the policing duties for the base. I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back to me. But you know how colonels can be. Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it. Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him. I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember that he was the man to call on if you needed someone to get in and get out quietly. Colonel Shu would really be the person to talk to. Yeah. The man I'm more interested in is Corporal White. White had a lot of promise. Wanted to be a ranger as bad as anyone I've seen. But he also had some extracurricular activities going. Now he's gone. Word around the base is he'd been going regularly to visit a hooker named Dazzle at Gamora. That's a casino on the Strip. Classy place. His belongings are up in the barracks in the concourse building. First bunk on your left if you're facing it from the center. I haven't had a chance to look through his things yet, so that might be a good place to begin. Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base love affair. Kids today. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that. Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there, just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find out any more, I'd be interested to hear it. There's something about this I really don't like. And if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally. Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions a dozen times. Nothing. Good. The more guns you can recover, the more I'll be able to use to shoot Contreras for being inept. Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God Centurion of Caesar's Legion recently. Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion, from Caesar on down, will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him. Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy. And one time I thought I saw a tear when I told him his uniform was unflattering. But I think he just got some dust in his eye. Don't have anything like that. Sounds nice. Like the kind of thing I'd want to take home and use on my husband. But even if we did, I don't know that I'd be comfortable using it. If there's any risk of overdose, it's not worth it. Asshole's too valuable. I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There are some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination. I think if you rough him up enough, and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room, and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
Alright, let's do
That's the
this.
spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in. Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant. I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles.
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus, if you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
Oh. Sad.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm? You're nothing. You're some inept mercenary the NCR is paying to supplement its own incompetent soldiers. No, listen. Caesar's secrets are safe with me. I stayed alive because Caesar would have wanted it. I'm useless to him dead. I've told them nothing. They've gotten nowhere. I'm a Centurion, for Christ's sake. I deserve his trust.
Why do these people not know how to speak properly? Caesar and Centurion. Moving on.
You have to let this go. I'll disappear. No one will ever see me again. That was always the plan in the first place. No, that's not what I meant. Lieutenant, this man is trying to kill me. He's not who you think he is.
Let's finish this up, then we can talk.
Oh, get your butt in there then.
All that shouting. Honestly, Sealus, you get free room and board. The least you could do is be a good guest.
Lieutenant, this man is an agent of the Legion on a mission to kill me.
My, we have an active imagination today, don't we?
Think about it. Is it worth the risk? You need what I know.
Well, it sounds like the two of you are becoming fast friends.
It'll be your head if I die, Lieutenant. You'll be disgraced.
You know what? I think you're right, Sealus.
Of course I'm right.
Except, I don't care. Because it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it to never have to hear you say another word, Sealus. Carry on.
Lieutenant! You don't have to do this. If I'd killed myself, then I would have been murdering one of Caesar's greatest soldiers. Either choice is a betrayal of the Legion, as I see it. I've done everything Caesar ever asked of me, and this is how I am repaid. With assassination, I ambushed countless NCR patrols and wiped them out so that our operatives could move freely. I waited for him to dispatch us for 3 days, never questioning why the headaches he complained of would hinder his ability to command. I haven't breathed a word about the officer we planted here. He continues to radio intelligence to Caesar's camp nearly every night. I've proven my loyalty. All you're doing is killing a loyal soldier. If that's Caesar's policy, then I say his empire will crumble. Cato Nulli.
Where'd she go?
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant, but from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission. Yep, see you around.
That's my stuff. Oh.
Get away from me. First recon's at Camp Forlorn Hope. Now we got a chance to hold it.
But I've got to ask, though. What kind of soldiers are you to be running away from me? Oh, no! They'll beat us up, too. Anyway. Investigate the late-night break-ins at Camp McCarran Control Tower. didn't really
Hey,
give me the Was it downstairs? Is that why I can't see it? Yeah, must be.
hello.
Okay, yeah, this works. Also very different than what I was expecting, but okay. I guess the one good thing you can say about my interrogation of him is it did expose the fact that they have the operative here. We just need to figure out who that is. In the control tower. Oh, why not? That's pretty simple. Enter, exit. Wait. So, Reynolds Howell, evening shift, 12:30 to 1800. Okay. Like it. (9:21 a.m.) So I wonder if I just need to wait here for somebody. Well, let's find out. Okay, I was somewhat right. But I got here too late in the day, basically.
I'll hold up here. Don't be long.
We're gonna wait till, let's see here, around 12:30 or so. I'm gonna drink some water.
Careful if we go off the road.
Lupa, this is Frumentarius Picus. Over. Go ahead. What are you doing here? You don't have clearance. I don't know what you mean.
Now, and yes, I want to leave your body desecrated. I'm gonna have to trim that up quite a bit because I'm supposed to see him
Let's roll out.
walk up to it, but I never saw him walk up to the hangar. Who knows? Bit of a weird quest. But we did what we came to do. Well, a couple things actually. That gave me a kill for the 3-star challenge as well. Always nice. Stairs, if I'm not mistaken.
You got something to say, or do you always look like that? You're back. Yep. See you around.
Where's your boss?
You got something to say, or do you always look like that?
Is he downstairs? Hey, he's downstairs.
Something I can do for you? We're all impressed with the work you've done for us. Thought you might be able to make use of this. It's a key to a little hideaway south of here. We've used it as a place for rangers to rest and resupply. I thought you might get good use out of it. No? What happened? Curtis, something's not right. He came to me today saying he was worried about the monorail. Had me put him in charge of the inspection crew. Listen, you've got to get to the monorail. If it's been sabotaged, we're completely crippled here. Go.
Uh-oh. That's not good. So is that in the, oh, okay. Just gotta go upstairs.
The train is about to depart.
Well, that stinks. Was it supposed to do that?
What happened? God damn it. How could I have let this happen? If only we'd caught this sooner, before he got the monorail. Still, this investigation has been valuable to us, and you deserve to be compensated for it. The NCR appreciates the work you've done. Will there be anything else? Bye.
Not sure if I could have stopped that or not. I guess I get a lesser reward for doing that, but theoretically there's a way to get around it, I suppose. Well, heck with it. Yeah, I think we'll go with this. I do use VATS quite a bit. Okay, well, I guess that could have ended better than it did, but, well, okay, we can always do this one later. Actually, I'm just a little, curious if it'll even let me do this. Let's find out. Feeling I'm gonna get jumped by freaking Caesar's Legion guys. They always seem to come out. Oh, never mind. Just, well, maybe not. We'll see. They didn't appear to be charging me, at least. I know I can't complete this quest until they actually let me deliver this. It's funny.
Hello? Are you the Van Graff's emissary? Do you have what we requested? I wasn't informed there was to be an exchange on my part. What are you talking about? Such a thing is possible. I've been out in the field for some time. Fine. This should cover your grievance. Now the package, if you will. Then our business is concluded. Tell your superiors that we will contact them shortly.
I'm pretty sure she's going to attack me if I go back there now. And there's something red over here. Well, maybe they won't attack me. Let's just, or maybe the red thing won't attack me. Alright, okay, cool. We're safe. Alright. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take a minute just to take a break here. Well, for starters, I do have a lot of money. Because I think I might have mentioned this, maybe I didn't. I went around doing caravan with some people to try and get more wins there. Now, a lot of the people I played against didn't have a lot of money. Having said that, however, oops, no, the world map's right. The bartender down here at the Mojave Outpost, she had a lot of money. And like the first game we played was for like 2,500 caps. So yeah, I made a lot of money off of her before I couldn't play caravan anymore. So I still gotta get like 3 caravan wins to get that achievement, but with all the money I have now, I think I'm gonna buy a couple of upgrades to my stats. But basically, I'll do that later. But for now, I want to say thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.